Hello, my name is Beth with the Education Alliance. The Alliance exists to mobilize business and community support for public schools. And one of the things that we are passionate about is partnerships that increase college access for students. Today's virtual visit is made possible with support from Gear Up. Today, we are very excited to be visiting West Virginia Northern College today for a 50-minute virtual tour. I'm going to be stopping 3 times in the tour for a chatting Q&A. And if you participate and answer some of the questions on the Q&A, you'll be entered in to win a $20 Amazon gift card simply for participating. All right, now I'm going to turn the tour over to Dennis from West Virginia Northern. Hi, Dennis.
Hello, nice to be here. So, hello everyone, my name is Dennis Thorne. I represent West Virginia Northern Community College. I am the admissions counselor and student recruiter, so I specialize in knocking down barriers for students who would like to attend our school. I help with anything from applications, finding financial aid, or even choosing a major. For those of you who don't know where West Virginia Northern is located, we're in the Northern Panhandle. We have 3 different campuses that span about 70 miles. Our main hub is in Wheeling. We have a northern campus at Weirton, and our New Martinsville campus is the furthest south. There are a few things that I think make West Virginia Northern unique and fun to attend, and then I'm going to share those with you right now. The first thing I like, being an old history teacher, is our main building. Our main building used to be the old train station for the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. This building is one of the most historic buildings in the Northern Panhandle. And at one time, this building actually had 150 trains go in and out daily. We are under new construction, so we're going with a very modern theme. When you walk in, there's going to be a lot of natural lighting. There's going to be a lot of large windows. We have archways that have LED lighting that's going into them, so give you that modern feel. But on the exterior where our stairwells are, we're not changing anything, so it's going to be like it would be in the early 1900s, with marble going all the way up the wall, the wooden banisters. So that makes that very unique building, especially for a college. The other thing I like about our college is we really listen to our students. We have had many requests to have a competitive gaming club. So myself and 4 of my colleagues decided we would create an esports team. So we just had our first match last Thursday, where the first and second place actually won gift cards. We are currently small. We have about 12 students that are on the team. So what we did was we ordered 12 Alienware Aurora R13 computers, Alienware mechanical backlit keyboards and mouse, or mice, I guess you would say, 12 7.1 gaming headsets, and then we have 12 Alienware gaming monitors with G-Sync compatible 241 ms response time. So we're going to have the top tier when it comes to gaming here. It is taking a little bit longer than we expected. We did place the order, but with the way everything is right now, getting product, especially when it comes to graphics cards, is very difficult. So we're hoping to have those machines on campus in the next 2 months, and we're going to place those throughout all 3 campuses. So it doesn't matter what campus you attend, you'll be able to have the opportunity to play on our team. There was a few games that we could choose from. We actually sent out a questionnaire. We do this on occasion just to get the students' input of what games that they would like to play. We had everything from Dota 2, League of Legends, Counter-Strike, Fortnite, but we really chose Rocket League for a few reasons. The first thing is it's so easy to just jump in and play. For those of you that don't know what Rocket League is, or maybe never heard of Rocket League, you play as a vehicle. You have a little bit of boost if you hit the correct spots on the map, and you try to score. So This past weekend, you could play as a football, so a football team. They have hockey, but the majority of the games are soccer. So you're literally a vehicle that's trying to knock a ball into a net. So you could see how easy it would be just to jump in if you don't understand the rules. The rules are very simple to do. So the learning curve was a huge reason we chose that game. Another reason we chose that game was how easy it was to set up. So we can play 1v1 or 4v4. It's easy to set up. It takes very little time. So you're actually on there playing. And the last reason we chose Rocket League was because of how close it is to sports itself. There's a lot of strategy, there's a lot of teamwork, and the references are the same. You have to knock the ball into the goal. So that was one major reason we chose Rocket League. And the third reason that I really like Northern is our mascot. Our mascot is the Thundering Chickens. We are the home of the Thundering Chickens. So anytime I have my Northern gear on that says Thundering Chickens, it doesn't matter if I'm in Las Vegas or down in Morgantown. People always ask me, is that really the name of your college? But yes, our mascot is the Thundering Chicken. And we actually don't have a name for our Thundering Chickens. So this fall, we are going to send out another questionnaire to our students, and they're going to have the opportunity to pick the name of our Thundering Chicken. So that's always fun. And those are the three main things I think makes us very unique when it comes to different colleges, especially in West Virginia.
Okay, great. So Greenbrier East, you guys are the only ones on here. So it's your lucky day that just simply by participating, you're going to win that Amazon gift card. But at this time, I'm just going to stop and see if Greenbrier East wants to ask any questions. And I'll guide that by asking Greenbrier East, what's the most surprising thing that you've learned about West Virginia Northern so far? And while they are talking about that and figuring out what they want to say or ask, I love the Thundering Chicken mascot. That is great. And I hope to be updated, Dennis, on what you guys end up naming the Thundering Chicken.
I'd like to see what the students would pick out. I'm sure that we're going to get some unique and different names. So our marketing team will definitely let us know what the name is as soon. I'm sure we'll have a little press release also.
I love it. I love it. So Greenbrier East High School said that we love that they have an older building through the train station. And I can completely agree with them on that. I'm sure that is gorgeous and something that I would really love to see.
Yeah, it really matches. Like, I don't know if you guys ever been to Wheeling. We do have a lot of historical buildings in Wheeling, the Capitol Music Hall, Independence Hall. We used to actually be called the Gateway to the West. So before St. Louis, if you wanted to go out west, you would actually have to go through Wheeling and across the suspension bridge, which is just literally blocks away from our school. So there's a lot of history if you do like history in Wheeling.
Wonderful. Okay, so let's move on to your next section.
Sure. So this section deals with the actual buildings that we have on our campuses and what we actually do in those buildings. So our main campus is, like I said, is in the heart of downtown Wheeling, which includes 5 buildings. It has the B&O building, the Education Center, the Applied Technology Center, the Industrial Technology Center, and the Student Union. Our main building is the one I spoke about earlier in the presentation. It contains the administrative offices, counseling, student services, our business office, our learning resource center where you can get free tutoring, classrooms, laboratories, faculty offices, lounges, anything you could think of is mostly in our main building when it comes to the heart of the college. So like when I said that our financial aid office, it's not currently there now because we're under remodel, but that's where if you would fill out paperwork from the outer campuses, it would all come to our B&O building. Our education center is located on Chaplin Street, and this houses our culinary arts all of our allied health and our criminal justice. This building is also being remodeled as we speak. They just completed the criminal justice lab. So they do different things like bullet trajectory kits, different types of fingerprint kits, DNA kits. So all the cool stuff that you see in CSI, that's what they're doing in there. Just last October, our criminal justice actually simulated a crime on our main lobby of the B&O. So if you can see that picture right there where those trees are, they actually had one of the dummies from our allied health program, and the students had to mark off the surrounding area, figure out what happened. They had to collect evidence, and the students really seemed to enjoy that. So if you like criminal justice, we definitely have a fantastic program. And what's nice about our criminal justice program, it's one of our programs that you can do completely online. So it doesn't matter where you're at in the state of West Virginia or Ohio, you still get those in-state tuition rates and things like that. When I said we're remodeling, our fourth floor is actually being remodeled for our allied health. They already they already have the entire third floor, but they're also getting the fourth floor, and they're going to put 4 simulation rooms in there. This is going to be, they're going to simulate the emergency room, the ICU, the operating room, and just a regular room that you would see in a hospital. And they're going to have the latest in technologies with the mannequins that can actually simulate different symptoms. This will give the students a chance to use critical thinking skills in a controlled environment. So the teachers will just be in the next room, probably with two-way glass, kind of like what you see in the investigation in the criminal justice television shows. So the teacher will be there watching you, but you'll have control with everything. The patient might have a heart attack, he might have different things, and you have to use your critical thinking skills to actually help that patient. The Education Center also has faculty offices, lounges, and a 5,000 square foot multi-purpose room. And I call that a multi-purpose room because that's exactly what it is. It's kind of like a giant gymnasium, but we have dodgeball tournaments. We have a community center that practices soccer there. We have award ceremonies in there. So that's always available to any of the students. It's included in your tuition. So you can shoot basketball in between classes or do anything that you would like. The next building is our Applied Technology Center. This is located on the corner of Market and 16th Street, and it's right adjacent to the B&O building. It's the ATC, we call it the ATC, and it houses advanced manufacturing programs and HVAC. This building includes state-of-the-art equipment like hands-on, anything that's hands-on experience. They have walk-in coolers and different things like that. But what's really neat is they have these rigs that our professors actually customize. So it breaks down, for example, the heating and air conditioning. It shows you the compressor, and then it tells you exactly what's going on once it's going into the heat exchanger, and how that heat exchanger grabs the moisture out of the air and disperses it and to the automatic expansion valve, and that goes around, and that's a continuous cycle. So that's basically all air conditioners is 5 simple steps. It's just how you do it. And when you think about air conditioning in a building, it's the same thing as a refrigerator. It's just larger scale. Other things that building houses is, actually another neat thing that the ATC has in it is a program that they created that can pick balls by the color. So they have a large ball bin of balls, and they program the robot to not only go in, pick out the ball, but it knows what color the ball is, and it will drop it into a specific area. And they can do this. That helps you working on the lab and situational things that you might see in a manufacturing plant or something like that. So that's always something neat that they have. And then we have across the street from the ATC is our student union. We actually used to have a Starbucks in there and our bookstore, but because of COVID and things and the way things happened, Starbucks did not renew their lease. So we used that opportunity to move all of those offices I was telling you about earlier in the B&O into the student union just for until I would say late spring. And so if you need financial aid or student services, admissions, that's where we're housing those offices right now. But on the second floor, they actually have a hangout spot for students. That's also where clubs meet. For example, I was telling you, we have a computer gaming club that's not competitive. We get them pizza. They have big screen TVs. They bring in their gaming consoles. So it's kind of like a party, and they usually do that. Right now with COVID, it's a little bit different, but once COVID lets up a little bit, I'm sure we'll be back to the same clubs meeting at the same times and things like that. And the last building is our ITC. Our ITC houses our welding and our petroleum technology, which now we're calling it energy. They have different labs and they have different unique tools in there, but we have like 20 welding booths and things like that. So if you're a welder, we are certified, and so we do have summer plans, and we just have a grant that I believe it's $30,000 for anyone that would like to take that program can actually come up and take that program in the summer. And I believe it's like, I want to say 12 to 16 weeks, but that's also another thing that we have going on in the ITC right now. Our Weirton campus is our furthest campus we have north. It's surrounded by beautiful acres of wooded area. Many students like the relaxing feel of the space, but don't let the woods fool you. It has all kinds, everything that pretty much the Wheeling campus does. It has the computer labs, the offices, a library, a cafe, rooms for the community if they want to meet in the building. The one picture is the front of the building, and then you can see the second picture is like a spacious room for the students just to hang out or do homework. And then that bottom picture is one of our advanced manufacturing classrooms, kind of like our ATC. That's a simulation room that we have, and students learn to do everything from install, replace, troubleshoot, repair equipment. They use these manufacturing facilities. It's very hands-on, especially in those labs. So if you like motor controls or hydraulic or anything programmable instrumentation, that would be something you might be interested in. And I could definitely help you out with that if you have any questions. Then our last campus is our New Martinsville campus. It's our southernmost campus. It's located in New Martinsville. The campus is centrally located downtown near the banks of the Ohio River. It houses administration and faculty offices. We have a ASC or academic support center, library, classrooms, computer labs, video computer labs. So students can take classes that we might offer on Wheeling, but they could go here. So it's kind of like virtual. If you still like that classroom feel, you can still get that experience when it comes to the classes that might not be offered in the New Martinsville campus. So why should you choose West Virginia Northern? First off, we are the most affordable college in West Virginia and Ohio. We only charge $146 a credit hour. So compared to other colleges, that's a phenomenal tuition rate. Some places you can actually go here 3 semesters for 1 semester at a larger university. We do have the smaller classroom sizes. So we have 11-to-1 student to teacher ratio. So you get the small classrooms, the teacher will definitely know your name. You'll know your teacher's name. So you're not just like a number. We have 83% of students who apply for financial aid actually receive financial aid. And we have whole teams, especially on the Wheeling campus, that can help you find out scholarships that you possibly might not even know you qualify for. We awarded over $282,000 in scholarships last year. Our early entrance classes, for maybe someone that's still in high school and would like to take classes, we only charge $25 a credit hour and then a $25 program fee. So you can get a full class, a 3-hour class, perhaps English, which you could transfer almost anywhere for $100. So that's another great reason to attend Northern. Like I was telling you, 1-year tuition is only $3,504. That's if you don't get anything. Now that's not including a few fees, But unlike larger universities, like for example, when I went to WVU, I had $1,000 student activity fee. We only charge $37 for a student activity fee. We have a capital fee, administrative fee, a faculty fee. So you're paying probably no more than $200 unless that you're a welding or nursing student, because those program fees are kind of more expensive because you're using more material. But the majority is program fees are around $20 to $28. One of the hardest things to do at Northern is pick what you would want to do. We have so many programs. We have over 70 different programs and opportunities. We are a community college, so we do offer certificates and associate degrees. What's nice about that is we have articulation agreements with other four-year schools. The close four-year schools that we really have a very close relationship is West Liberty University, WVU, Bethany, Wheeling University. Across the river, we have Franciscan, OUE. So we have different schools that we work with. So if you do want to change your major or anything like that, we make it very simple and very easy. These are just a few classes that or majors that we offer. And these also come with 2+2. So if you do want to transfer, for example, I actually went here, I'm an alumni, and when I came back from my second bachelor's degree, I did education. So I was able to take 2 years here, and then I went transferred to West Liberty University for 2 years. And my degree still says West Liberty University. So that's another great thing when it comes to our 2+2 and our affiliations with different colleges. So we have all kinds of scholarships and grants. I don't even know all of them. We have everything from oil and gas to culinary arts. What's nice, like I was telling you, is we have that financial aid team. So that's all what they specialize in. That's all they do every day is scholarships, grants, and things like that. So when it comes down to things that I might not know, I always ask them, and they definitely help out. We actually have a form that you can fill out that gives us permission to look for scholarships and grants on your part. So as long as you fill out that form, and that form is actually, the deadline is coming up at the beginning of next month. So March 1st is the deadline. But the first thing that you would want to do is fill out your FAFSA. That's going to take about 2 to 5 business days. So that can be time consuming. That's one thing we can't push through. After that, you can always contact our financial aid office or contact myself. I can get you that form, so we can give you that form so we can start looking for different scholarships that you might be able to get. The most popular scholarship, especially if your parents make a lot of money, is our West Virginia Invest, because it doesn't go off of your parents' taxes at all. All you have to do is be a West Virginia resident for at least 1 year, graduate with a public or private GED, something along those lines. You have to not already have a college degree, so seniors really don't have to worry about that. At least 18 years old, have completed the FAFSA, like I was telling you before, live in West Virginia 2 years after graduating. You can still work outside the area. For example, a lot of our students, our nursing students from Weirton, actually live in Weirton, but they travel just 40 minutes to Pittsburgh to work. And that's where you would, or obviously the larger cities is where the nurses get paid a little bit more money. Live in West Virginia after 2 years after graduation, complete at least 2 years of community service each semester, and our financial aid can help you set that up and meet the minimum requirements for eligibility and pass a drug test. And our financial aid has, we do hundreds of students, so we can definitely help you out with any questions you have about the West Virginia Best. Now, we also have other things. For example, if you would like to be a nurse and you would commit 3 years to the Weirton Medical Center, Tri-State Network, they'll pay for everything, your scrubs, your books, anything that you want. The West Virginia Invest pays for almost everything besides your books. This one would not only pay for your books, scrubs, and everything else, you would be guaranteed a job after graduation. So that would be a nice incentive to look into the Weirton Medical Center nursing scholarship. Now, another nice thing that we have here is the technology. Now, obviously, we get funding through the state, but we always are trying to get more money to help our students in whatever they need to do. For example, this is the Adamage table. It helps students learn. Think of it as like a giant iPhone that you can touch. So people donate their bodies to science. They get loaded into these machines, like the giant iPhone that you see on the left here, and you can actually do different lessons. So say you're looking at the nervous system, you could literally remove the skin, the muscles, and just focus on the nerves. You also can take tests on this. Bonnie Peterman, who's right there, she gave tests with the Adamage table, or the A table is what they like to call it. And because of COVID, of course, we have restrictions. So we actually have televisions all over this room. So you guys don't have to be, you can still be 6 feet away and still use the table and take turns. So that's one nice thing I like. Another technology that we use is the augmentative arc. For those of you who don't know what the augmentative arc is, it's kind of like virtual reality, but you can see your surroundings. So they'll computer simulate different things. If you guys know what the Apple Glass is, this is the same technology. For this, they actually can see their welding. So these guys, it might look a little silly to you guys, they just have a mask with like a blue and green, almost like a kid's toy, but through their mask, it looks like that they're welding. And what's nice about this is this teacher can also see exactly what you're doing on a television that's also located in the room. So that's another piece of technology that we use here at West Virginia Northern. This is also included in your tuition. So it doesn't matter what major you are. You can be a culinary arts student. You could be an HVAC student. You have access to 4 of our 3D printers. They also laser engrave, milling, soldering. They have laptops if you want to write code. We have 3D printing, sewing. There's so many different things that we do in the makerspace. We actually created masks that you could wear, and we actually donated them. I forget exactly where. I'd have to get back to you on that. But during the height of COVID, we were creating masks for, it was a branch of the military. I can't think of off the top of my head. But if you would ever want to do anything like that, you just take a 20-minute tutorial with one of our librarians, and they would be able, and then they would turn you loose so you could create anything that you would like. College isn't all about learning. So at WVNCC, we encourage students to step out of their comfort zone and network with people. In high school, they kind of lump you guys all together in the same class. Once you start picking majors and things like that, you start finding a lot of the people with the same interests, like-minded. And we have different clubs that even helps you further than that. So we have like petroleum technology, computer club, like you could just read them there, the Veterans Association, the Student Nurses Association. And this also helps you, once you graduate, you're networking with these people, and they're the people that can help you also find jobs. So that's also a nice thing that these clubs do. And the next thing is our student activities. Once again, we're trying to help you meet people and things like that. So we do drive-in movies. Of course, some of this is limited from what we did because of COVID. They got pool and golf outings, games and things, campuses, barbecues. We always give out free t-shirts. We have guest speakers, trivia nights we just had, and then they do special different types of trivia nights. For example, last month they did a Disney trivia, so I wouldn't be so good at that one, but like 2 months before they did a sports trivia, so you can really get something that you're good at. We also do fantasy sports, and one else that's unique to our school that I haven't seen other schools do, we have free food stations. So we have what we call grab and goes. So throughout the campus, you might see a wooden bin that has fruit and granola bars or cans of ravioli or anything like that. If you see anything like that, it's free for the students. So you can just take that. So if you get hungry, grab a thing of raviolis, you could heat it up. We have microwaves also scattered throughout the campus. And that's pretty unique that I'm aware of. And that's.
Thanks for all that information. I'm going to stop right here, and I want to hear from Greenbrier East High School. And I'd like for you to answer two questions. First, if you don't mind, Miss Dodd, telling me how many students you guys have listening today. Like to know that. And then ask the students one positive quality that they think makes West Virginia Northern a unique school, something that they've heard so far that they feel makes West Virginia Northern a unique school. We got 10 students. Awesome. Thank you, guys. So since you're such a small class, you should be able to have a lot of really good discussions. So what's something positive about West Virginia Northern? What's something that makes them unique? And while they're thinking about that, I'll just make a couple of comments. You guys seem to have a lot of programs. What's your most popular course of study?
I would say probably our nursing program. It's so competitive, and our scores are higher than anyone in our area. So our nursing is pretty competitive. But unlike, because it's a selective program, they can't accept, like, I'm an education major, so I just declared I wanted to be an education major. I went, took the classes. In nursing, there's only limited spots in the hospitals. So we get a lot of students, but we only accept probably 50 to 75. That would easily be over the hundreds if we would accept everyone.
Wow, that's really impressive. So Greenbrier East High School said diversity of your activities and your clubs, and I can agree with that. You have a lot of different types of clubs and activities.
Mhm.
All right, well, if you want to go ahead and move on, we can do that.
Sure. So this next section is pretty simple because I'm going to just tell you frequently questions I get asked, and how to actually apply to West Virginia Northern. And we make everything as seamless as possible. Like I said, we try not to have any barriers if somebody wants to further their education. So the first thing we do is you would just apply, and it doesn't matter if you're going to West Virginia Northern or Marshall, you have to apply to their school. Now we don't charge anything when you guys apply. It's free to apply, so everybody in the class actually could apply right now if they would like. But once you apply, you will get a few things. One of the things you would get is a student ID number. That number will never change. In this number, we would link everything from your transcripts to your financial aid. And the next thing it would do is give you a student email. And student emails are important because we have to have a way to transfer things in this day and age that's not physical. So when it comes to maybe financial aid paperwork, we need to find a way that's safe to get it to you. So this means we would give you an email, a secure email that we can transfer back and forth. Our offices, if you have specific questions about your account, cannot communicate with any other emails. That's a Gmail, Comcast, AOL, any of those type of emails. If you want to exchange important paperwork with us, you have to use a student email, and by applying that, it lets you do that. The next thing that we also did to knock out all of the barriers is we have these Let's Get Started guides. And I believe we have 3 different Let's Get Started guides. One's for general students and new students, one's for early entrance students, and one's for transient students. For those of you who don't know what a transient student is, it's a student that has a home institution but only wants to take a few of our classes, maybe in the summertime, and then transfer them back to their home institution. So we have 3 Let's Get Started guides. That's going to tell you everything: how to get into your email, your student portal, your breakdown of tuitions and fees, what you should expect for how to register for a class, financial aid, and all kinds of different things. So it's so simple. Like I said, once you get to apply, hit apply today, you just fill out that information. You'll get the starter pack. And these are actually published, Let's Get Started, on our website. So if you would go to more, and click the search box and just type in "let's get started," they'll bring up the 3 different ones, and you can actually read step by step. Some of the questions that I get is, how do I identify who my college advisor is? So in college, you guys get college advisors that helps you pick out your majors and your classes. And you can find this easily on your student portal. So once you log into your student portal for the first time, it's in a box that tells you who your advisor is. And then we also give you a registration ticket. So you actually get a physical piece of paper stating who your advisor is and how to contact them. So it gives you their email, their phone number, and things like that. I was telling you, there's you don't have to pay any deposits or fees. How you create your schedule, you would actually go to your academic advisor, or if you want to do it yourself, as long as you have your PIN number, you can go into your Now account, which is in your student portal, and just pick what classes. You put them in like a cart, just like you're purchasing anything, and then you just hit register. Can I drop or add classes? It's very easy. If you do drop before the class starts, you'll get 100% money back. And then you can drop throughout the semester, but that will take down how much money that you would receive in the refund. And we also have late starting classes. So maybe you would drop out of your English class that starts this August, and we might have one that starts in October. It might be a little bit accelerated because it's a shorter period of time, but that's also something that you have the option to do. How do you declare a major or change, switch your major? It's very simple. Once you apply to the college, you'll just declare your major there on the application. If you get into your major, you don't like your major, maybe you change your mind before the first day of class, you can have a switch form, and we would just switch your major, and that's all done through the admissions office. When should you buy your textbooks? We normally tell people if you have financial aid 2 weeks before the semester starts. And what's nice about having an online bookstore now is you just put in your class, or you just put in your credentials. It already knows what class you want. It already knows what books you need. So it will put everything in your cart, and you can just check out that way. What kind of career and academic advising services are offered? We have career counseling. We have people like me that's academic advisors. So that's also a resource that we have. Who do I speak with to find out about the financial aid package? Financial aid is the best way. I do know a lot about financial aid, but if it's something like I was telling you about a particular, maybe a culinary arts scholarship, I would probably pass you off to the financial aid, because they would be the ones that deal with that on a daily basis. Excuse me. Are there financial aid opportunities through the school? Yes. And we also have work studies. So for people who qualify, you can actually work in the different departments. You can actually choose what department you like. For example, when I started, I was in the business office, and I had a work study, and they would do things. Maybe an accounting major might want to work in the business department. But if I would get to choose which department I would like to do, our student service with Reagan Blaha, she's the one that does all of the fun activities. So she's the one that will set up the barbecues or the trivia nights and things like that. So if you're interested in doing things like that, maybe if your major is communications or something like that, that would be a great opportunity. And then you can also build from your resume. What resources are available for help for first-time students? Like I was telling you, there's Let's Get Started guys are the best academic advisors and counselors. Like I said, you can just call me. I'll give everyone my information at the end of this. And then the student services, just give us a call. We'll tell you everything that we need to do. Most of the people that I work with have been at the college at least 20 years. So they know all the processes and procedures. So they make everything really easy. We do have emergency alerts if anything happens. I don't know if you guys probably we had a plant that caught fire on the Wheeling campus, probably 3 blocks away. They used the texting, make sure everybody knew that that was happening and stay safe and things like that. If you're ever feeling overwhelmed, who should you talk to? We do have resources like Well Connect. You can also talk to your professors. Your professors is a good, especially if you're worried about your grades. They're the first people that you should contact. And like I said, we do offer free tutoring. So if you think that you're struggling with your classes, we do offer free tutoring. And that's everything that I have right now.
Great. Thank you so much for helping us learn more about West Virginia and Northern. You guys have a lot of good things going on there. So I want to ask our school, Greenbrier East, if you guys have any questions that you would like to ask Dennis. So is there any other questions that you would like to ask him while he's still with us about West Virginia Northern? So while they're thinking if they have any follow-up questions, I want to just thank you for joining us today, and a lot of information for us to digest. And it seems like Northern is a nice small school, but that offers a lot of things.
Thank you. Yes, we do offer a lot. We try to do a lot for the community. We are a community college. So anything that benefits the community, we try to do. So we're always helping out. I didn't talk about this, but like we have the Green Initiative. So we work very closely with Wheeling. And as you can see, we're expanding pretty quickly. So we used to only have the 2 buildings, and now we have 5 buildings, and we have the Green Initiative is actually, we're building, planting trees and things like that throughout the community, just to give it like a liven it up a little bit and make it a destination that people would like to go to.
That's wonderful. So Greenbrier East said you did an excellent job of covering everything in the PowerPoint. Love the Let's Get Started guide. And I can certainly agree with her on that. The PowerPoint was very good at giving lots of information. And yeah, the Let's Get Started guide is very, is a nice little summary on how to get started.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like that's the end of our visit. Thank you to everyone that participated again. And thank you for coming to our college visit, and we'll hope to see you soon, Dennis.
All right. Thank you.